Hello everyone, and welcome back to another stream. We're jumping back in with Spyro, Ripto's Rage, which I was a little concerned because as I was starting up the game, it was telling me my cloud sync wasn't right, and that I could lose all the everything from my last session. But everything was fine, so we're good. How's everyone doing today? It feels like a very Tuesday. I think is the only way I can describe it. It just feels like a very Tuesday. Yeah. I finally went on a walk. I haven't been able to go on a walk in a while. Not only because it's been cold, but also because a couple months ago now, dogs took out my legs and just... my leg has not been... It's been very slow to heal. And I might have overdid it just a wee bit. My legs hurt. I hurt a muscle on the other leg. But it was good. Went to the thrift store, and y'all know I love me the thrift store so fucking much. Love the thrift store. I went to one of my favorites, and as always, had really good treasure. I didn't exactly find what I was looking for. Ish, asterisks, So... one of the things I always look for when I'm in thrift stores is small art to hang on my wall because I normally have a tiny art gallery. And so I found a tiny little gold pan that had been painted. By a Yukon artist for like a couple bucks. So I picked that up for when we reset up the art gallery wall at the new place. I also have been looking for a lot of like handmade pottery and ceramic stuff because it normally lasts a really long time. It has it holds up really well, durable, easier to clean. And I want to really start making more ferments and more pickles. And I find the ceramic stuff is also just better for storing that long term, especially for my ferments. And I found this cute little handmade jar that's very good for the quick pickles that are like kind of just for me to eat. Because my partner is allergic to carrots, so anything with carrots are just for me. And normally if I do make stuff like that, I don't make very large batches, so it's just a little one. It's perfect. I love it. And then I've also been looking for little cute vases to put fake flowers in and fake plants in because my cats are gremlins and I can't have real plants outside of like closed off rooms. And I found a really lovely like smaller handmade ceramic vase that has the maker's mark on the bottom and the date, so it was made in 1975. I wasn't able to find really any info about the maker. I don't even know what, like it looks to be like some sort of maybe like kanji, something like that part of the world. So like I immediately was like, maybe this is kanji, this like maybe this also be Chinese, like I don't know. Especially since sometimes maker marks are also stylized or done in a handwriting style, which I don't recognize. I don't know that shit. And Google Lens was useless. Absolutely useless. But I know it was made in 1975. And it's very cool. It's very cute. I love it. I have some flowers that I've actually been looking for a little vase for, fake ones. So I'm probably gonna set those up, find a place to put them where the cats won't knock it down. And then I was looking through stuff, and my partner out of nowhere comes and brings this perfect little two-tiered, like vintage jewelry box that it looks like it's meant to like you set your rings on or something. And it's perfect for vending. Not only vending, but storing the things in between events. I love when I can have stuff that's both storage, transport, and display. It's very, very nice. Makes my life easy. It currently houses all the little... what the fuck are they called? Peach selenite. That's the word I'm looking for. Peach selenite mushrooms. And then also a couple of the small gem bracelets that I normally have. Which, it's nice I was able to find that because I have a market tomorrow. Which also, I'm so annoyed. I avoid Smamajon whenever I can. But a lot of the times it is like the most accessible place to buy stuff. And so I was like, okay, fuck, I need new signage. Like, I really need to upgrade my sign game. It's one of the things that has, like, been hurting my sales at events, is not having really clear, easy signage. So I ordered some clip-on signs for, like, some things. And then I was like, cool, I'll get, like, little standing chalk signs. And instead of sending me my standing chalk signs, they sent me a coach's board for football. How this mix-up happened, I don't fucking know. Really just looking for more balloons, by the way. But yeah, I don't fucking know how this mix-up happened. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do with a coach's board for football. What am I gonna use that for? I don't know. I'm probably gonna try to sell it for like $10 on the marketplace. But yeah, so after stream, I'm gonna be going to Amazon and being like, y'all did not send me the right fucking item. Can I please have my signs? And what sucks is now I'm not going to have that signage for the market tomorrow, which is at a big university. So having clear signage at a big event with a shit ton of students. Important! Ugh, just want to scream a little. But it's fine. I will make do. I have been upgrading my, like, vending game in general. Where is this next guy? That is the kangaroo. Alright, let me find the kangaroo and then I'll continue yapping. Where are you? Oh, I see him. I see him. I'll go the long way around. And then, and then I should duck in. Up it all the way through now. Oh, fuck. I should also tuck in to see the professor and pick up that quest and start doing the whole side quest of... Yeah, what does it even start with? I think you have to put a seed in a flower pot. And then there's an egg that you have to get. Oh, there's a bunch of shit. Now that I found out where I'm going. Amazon has also let me down recently. And I thought I was getting a spinning four-sided earring and keychain display. It does not spin. I am very sad. And I was really hoping to find like a Lazy Susan or something I could make into a Lazy Susan. Did not find anything, so I'll just have to make do tomorrow. But overall, like, it is really nice, and it certainly will help clean up my table. And make things not so chaotic and hard to sort through. Because before, like, I did make a keychain display out of an old butterfly display box. And it works, but with how many different keychains I have and the different shapes and everything, it kind of just made it very cluttered and visually a lot. And so, you know, kind of everything ends up blending together. People just kind of glaze over and don't really look. So I have a hello monkey. So I've solved that issue. I think I just need to get one more... I think one more probably small earring slash keychain display. Because like I make a lot of different types of earrings, but I make them in very small batches, so it's normally only like 3-4 pairs, and once they're sold, I don't remake them whatsoever. So it's not like I need a bunch for like styles I'm going to continually have in stock and expand on. The only ones I generally keep in stock are the ones I have like resin molds for. And then I generally use those molds as like, if I have a tiny bit of resin left from pouring a larger thing, and I don't want to waste that resin, I'll use last bit to make like a pair of earrings. Or if I can only pour one, it goes and becomes a necklace sort of thing. But I make a lot of different types of keychains. And some are of the more adult variety. And it's getting to the point that I should probably have the more adult keychains should probably have their own small display, especially since a lot of the times I'm not taking the very adult humor ones to like family friendly events, right? I'm not looking to have a Karen fucking screech at me because I have a keychain that's a middle finger that I tell people it's for if they want a spare fuck to give. You know, I'm just not looking to be screamed at by a fucking Karen. So yeah, those ones, the ones that could get me screamed at. More family-friendly events. Especially since I live in a freaking conservative-ass province. Should probably have their own little display. And then it just becomes also a lot easier to store them and to and from markets, because before I was having to every single time put things like tacks up on my wall and then back into the display box and have little overflow bins and everything. So this definitely is making things also, yeah, things like easier to store. And honestly, I kind of wanna expand my adult humor keychain section a little bit. Cause like I have the weed leaf ones where I make keychains for those, and earrings. I have the two people humping. I got that one. And then I have the middle finger. I've seen some other ones where I'm like, Thing is, again, most of the markets I do are at more family-friendly events. Not quite the audience. But I'm hoping to do like maybe some more punk alternative markets, do more cannabis-themed events. Because those ones for sure, I can bring like all my canna stuff, all the adult humor stuff. And yeah, just with it doing different types of market and essentially having to split my stuff into, okay, this fits this demographic more. Just need to be able to keep that shit straight no matter what I'm doing. At home trying to inventory or taking shit to markets. Or also deciding like what's going into a store. Alright, Bubbling Cauldron, here is your turnip. There are a couple more vending things I want to add, like because I'm now carrying more necklaces, or not necklaces, I am also carrying more necklaces, but more bracelets, and I want to get into making more bracelets. I found a couple places that have really good prices and also just really nice quality gemstone beads. And I already have a lot of jewelry making stuff because like I make my own, I do make resin based necklaces and I make various types of earrings. And then every so often when I get like craft lots, there'll be just sometimes like a baggie of lobster clasps or what have you in there that I just like stash away like the little craft dragon I am. And I don't know, if I can make it rather than buy wholesale from another person, like I would rather that, because one, it's generally, it'll cost me as much or even be a little cheaper, and then also because I'm not having to, like, there's less people in the chain, less middlemen, less transport happening, buying more local, which means less impact on the environment, you know, all that good shit.
Here, take this orb and
One of the things I'm constantly trying to be aware of as someone who's like running a small business and trying to sell my art is just the impact my art has on the environment and everything else that's linked to. Underneath. So like one of the reasons, like another reason why I wanted to get the chalkboard signs is because, like, no, those are reusable. I don't have to tag each individual item with, like, a paper tag or a plastic tag. You know, especially when it's like, oh, I have 50 pendants, that's now 50 tags that are just going to get thrown in the trash. Or I can have one sign that I use essentially indefinitely. Did I miss a gem down here? I didn't think so. Sparks? Please. Oh, I'm also still missing a spark guy. What the fuck? Do y'all know? Oh, I missed gems here. Right, because that happened and I went, nah. Do y'all know where the other spark guy is? Do you know where he is? Like, I've ran all over. And I was asking the platypus I just killed if they knew where he was. I wasn't asking chat, by the way. They did not know. They did not tell me, and therefore their life was forfeit. Where is this? Like, where's the fourth one? Hello? Because that is, once I get the spark plug, that gets me the last orb I need. Oh, hello! Oh, fuck! I'm gonna go back up. Bonk. Oh my god, please. Have mercy on me. There we go. Hello, friend. Goodbye. Thank you very much. Cool, that's level 100% complete. Yes, yes. Yeah, fuck yeah. Alright, I'm gonna be really sad when I'm no longer right next to my favorite thrift store. There is one more in the city, but it's in a weird area, so chances are we're not gonna be moving close to it. And what I really like, so like the thrift store that's my favorite, it's called Bissell Thrift Shop. It's run by a like registered charity called Bissell, who provides a bunch of resources and even like job opportunities for folks living on the street. And because they're a charity, you don't get charged taxes for anything bought at their shop. So it's all just like the price on the sticker, and their stuff it's what thrift shops should be, you know, where it's like stuff costs $2 to $3. Like, yeah, some of the really nice stuff might cost like, you know, $7. Like there was a full I think, yeah, it was marble and pink quartz chess set for $8. Like, it's so good. And all that money goes towards, you know, paying the people they hire and providing the meals and the services and all that. And what they also do, I think they also do like a money back savings reward thing. So as you spend money, you get money on your account. And generally what I do is I wait till I have like $10, $15, and then I go on a little shopping spree because it's a free shopping spree. And I'd be like, ooh, $10, $15. But that normally gets me like 6 or 7 items. And I come home with all these little treasures that bring me joy. It's very good. Like that's the thrift shop where I found the handmade doll, bunny doll, with like the handmade clothing with the original maker's tag. I found like a vintage pressed flower piece, giant one that cost me, I think, all of $5. And I had to double check that price. I was like, are y'all sure this is only $5? They're like, yes, okay, thank you, I'll take it. I don't know, like, even when it comes to thrift shops, I 100% would rather support a local thrift shop than a big corporation like Value Village, where, I don't know, man, I've seen like some videos of Value Village charging like it's something from the dollar store like sale ticket is still on it saying, you know, it was $2 and Value Village is trying to sell it for $5. Like, man, sometimes I go and I look at the price and I'm like, oh yeah, this is like seems really reasonable. Like, yeah, $5 for something like this, yeah, that makes sense when this would normally be like $30 brand new. Where the fuck is this last bird? Am I going bonkers? Where the fuck is this last bird? Oh, there it is! Okay. Yeah, then other times it'll be like a really chipped, damaged vase for $15. And it's like, excuse me, who do y'all think you are? Charging that much for like a chipped, broken vase. Make it make sense. I think I went backwards. I think I should have gone the other way. Let's see. Did I run into one? Yeah. No, it's fine. All eventually leads me to the same spot. No, fine. We're just gonna do this. Alright, because I need to go to Hunter, who is... There he is. Okay, but also for how reasonable my favorite thrift shop is, their freaking linens overpriced as shit. So I'm running an adoption event, and I need to set up on the 15th. And one of the things I needed for my adoption kit was like just regular ass bed sheets to cover the cages in case like cats are getting really nervous, or if they just need some downtime, or if they need just some of the walls blocked off, right? And I was thinking, oh, it should only be like, you know, at max $5 per sheet, right? Their stores always have so many. Just like I just need plain, darker fabric, you know, so they can't really see through. The cheapest was $7. And it was for a very thin one that would not have done what it needed to. So instead, I ended up getting 2 larger, like, cotton blankets that were only $5 each. I was like, why were the sheets so fucking expensive? Why was the cheapest $7? Most of them were between $8 to $15. Like, if I want to pay $15, I'll just buy some bed sheets brand new. Yeah, normally everything else there is very reasonably priced. Realistically, because once we move, there's a lot of stuff we want to do, because like most of our dish sets needs to be replaced. We have 2 or 3 dish sets that are all matched together, just from like moving old roommates, trash in them. Nothing's in really great condition. It all needs to be replaced. So we'll probably go to one of our friends and be like, "Can you give us a ride to the Bissell so we can just replace all of our plates, please?" They actually did have a really nice plate set there. It was black with these beautiful purple flowers, like just barely. It looked like it was like just barely beneath the surface. And like black wispy smoke blending into the plate. They're really beautiful. Gave off like mystical dark fae energy. But unfortunately they were priced individually and need money to move before money to replace shit. Which, I mean, after everything's said and done, once I get my last reimbursement from the art program, I think we're sitting at like a solid $2,000 for moving, which means we have the money for a damage deposit, we have the money to hire a truck, we have the money to pay for like pizza and pop for our friends who help us move. Like, we can move, which is nice. I'll then take a bit of finagling because like need to still replace 2 shelves. Need to replace our bed frame. I need to replace... Lost my train of thought. Okay, the bed frame, the 2 shelves. Oh, and our living room furniture. But honestly, the living room furniture and the shelves, I'm not too pressed about. Because I know people with trucks who, if I'm like, hey, I need to go pick up a free /$20 shelf, they'll be like, alright, let's go, beep beep bitch. Same with the living room furniture. I'm probably just gonna thrift that as well. Who knows? I got this furniture set for $10 at like estate auction, so maybe I'll see what estate auctions are coming up. Is this the new Riot game? Yeah, this is 100% the new Rito game. No, this is not Vandal Tales. Playing good old Spyro. Although, I mean, this could be, what's his pickle? Cinder? Flamer? Sparker? Whatever the new Dragon and League's game name is. Like, could be. Very much gives Spyro vibes. Which, like, also, despite my love of Spyro and how excited I was for the little dragon to come out, I have not yet actually played him in a game. Although he always... Whenever people play him when I'm playing Earth, I get my ass kicked. Although I went to play Earth today and saw that Earth was no longer, and got very sad. Spy Mulder game, I support the money grab 100%. Alright, I think I'm gonna follow this guy into his secret hideout, and I'll finish the rest of the level.
I'm a secret
And Spyro was
agent. I'm going to my secret hideout.
I think a Smolder game would actually be maybe a little bit insufferable because of how often he mentions his mom. And I have a feeling they might more heavily lean into that. Where he's like, he has to learn how to survive without his mom. He can't just call his mom anymore. Like, it would become intolerable very quickly. I'm such a sneaky dragon. Master Ninja Dragon. Just gonna casually follow behind you. You totally don't hear my little tippy tap feet. Sneakiest dragon. Oh no! Haha! Made it.
What?
It's just a Tomodachi clone. You are.
Following me? You must be a member of my
No! Yo, I don't know. So I don't know how much you've ever gotten into the Spyro series, but at one point they introduced essentially female Spyro named Cinder. And it seems like everyone's equally split on just like hating female Spyro Cinder. And also the other one part of like loves her. I don't know, I'm in the kind of like Cinder hate camp. So it was basically like Spyro didn't need a love interest. Spyro did not need a chick, okay? Why did they have to give Spyro a love interest that's just female Spyro? I don't understand. I think, oh, need to get these. Alright. Alright, onwards to kill sheep and whatever the fuck these are. Alright, how many souls do I have? 18. That's soul 19. Alright, this should give me enough to power the little jump behind me, which will allow me to do the whole ring the bell quest. Alright, I have harvested enough souls to power- fuck! To power my machines. Alright, yeah, I got the mystical battle towers have been taken over by, I guess these are trolls. They look more like the thing from Gremlins. If they were also fire. Oh, I see. Okay. I gotcha. I gotta have to do this. It's gonna... Let me just do that again. Can you get your ass over here, please? Gotta do that. To this. There we go. Bonk. Alright, you there, you... Excuse me, let me back! Oh, did I do that? Too... Fuck. God damn it. Okay, we're fine. See? So easy. Know exactly what I'm doing. Bad Crash Bandicoots. I mentioned this a couple times. I love the original Crash Bandicoot games. I have not been able to jive with the remastered for any of the games. I don't know what it is. So I've even played the originals on an emulator and like, it just hit different. God damn it. You're at 3. Easy peasy.
I didn't think you could.
Gotta go back up here to get the rest of the gems, though. Get all of these. Oh, right, and they're still over there. God, I always miss so much shit. Alright, come back over here. Bonk. Bonk. Did I forget anything in here? No, okay. Where was... Bonk. Okay. They should hopefully be the last of the gems. Yes?
Spyro.
Fuck, I bet I'm missing just one. Now the new ones are good? The new ones as the remastered ones? Or have they, like, come out with new games? You know what? To be fair, I haven't given the remastered racing game a chance. I've mainly tried to play Warp one too many times and not enjoyed it. Oh, there. How am I still missing gems? God damn it. Oh, right behind me. Use your elf eyes. And then up there, okay. Yes, flaming the flame creature. Fuck! Okay, what did I miss in here? Anything in the corners? Stuff down here. Okay, that wasn't everything I missed. I just... Put stuff down? Oh, over there, I see. See, this is why I can't chat. Well, I also... This is why I often just go quiet, because look at everything I was... that's still not it? Good lord. What do you mean, why is this level what do you mean? Alright, what did I forget back here? Nothing. I forgot... Oh, a blue butterfly. Nothing there, nothing there. Was it like a down I was supposed to... There we go. Guidebook, get me out of here. I'm probably not going to stream too late tonight just because I have a market tomorrow. So I'm up early, out of the house early, gone all day. Just double check in. I got everything in here. Don't want to be like, where's that one gem? And it be in this cave. There we go. Okay, done. Yeah, so I got the market tomorrow. It starts, the market hours are like 11 to 3, so I have to be there at 10 for setup, and I'm probably going to be there until like 3:30. Yeah, at university, should be really busy. The first 2 days of the market were really busy because how they're doing it is every day of the market, there's a whole new set of vendors. So I'm on the last day. And then, so yeah. So 13th tomorrow, doing the market. The 14th, I'm picking up the last things I need to set up on the 15th for the adoption event. And then I have a market on the 16th, and then I'm running the adoption event on the 17th. So the next couple days are just busy.
Howdy, Spyro.
I do not care about your pest infection, I only care about shinies. Damn it. Aww. The weird look of the new PlayStation Clash it feels on 5 little commands, but for the new Sonic games, it works. For some of them, the first and last day get the most people usually. Yeah, the first and last day I find generally do. I mean, it's at a university in like the middle of the week. So I feel like it should go well. I'm excited for it. The other one is at a senior center, but apparently this is like a spring market they host every year. So a lot of the little grannies and grandpas come out to find like gifts for their kids and whatnot, and like gifts for throughout the year. AKA they come expecting to spend money. And it's another like shorter market. I think it's another like 5 or 6 hour market. So nothing too intense. The 3-day market in April is probably going to suck because I think the first day is only 6 hours, but the other 2 days I think are 10 or 12 hour days for me. But I'm also very excited for that one. It is the Every Child Matters Youth Conference. So it's... How do I explain it? Although it's called a youth conference, it's open to everyone. And it's a bunch of panels and workshops on the current state of Every Child Matters in Canada. What people can do to get involved. What government agencies to yell at. How to do things like, you know, get records about relatives and that from residential schools, and everything related essentially to residential schools and what us as Indigenous people should know, and how to like navigate government systems and that. I think I mentioned this before. I do, even though my stuff tends to lean more like witchy, cottagecore, alternative, you think I do best at like the alternative markets, but nah. I always do best at like powwows and other like cultural events. I don't know, those have like, I don't know, better vibes, good energy, I think is the best way to put it. Alright, let's go help out the poor farmer with his buggy problem. So I'm thinking about the Sonic games. And I think I only ever played one Sonic game for the PlayStation 2. Hello, farmer guy, you need help? And I really don't remember much of it, other than I found the game frustrating. Oh no, no, I have played one other Sonic game. Like one of the I think I've played like the OG Sonic game. Yeah, so I played like the OG and then a random one for the PlayStation 2. Going back to the Amazon order mix-up, at the very least, I do have some of my chalkboard signs, and my chalkboard marker came in. That would have been really bad if the chalkboard marker did not come in. Because my only other option is, please have mercy, fucking devil bug. My only other option would then be paint markers, which don't come off the blackboard very easy. I am tempted, because right now the wood is like a light, unfinished color wood. So I am tempted to paint those black so it helps blend into everything. But we'll see if I actually have the time, because that would also require sealing it. I thought that was a gem. Don't think I'll have time to do that before the market tomorrow. You ever meet a Mormon or somebody with that fake empath? Yo! You mean all the people I grew up around? Like, hi, oh my god, how are you? I really totally care about everything you're telling me right now. Of course, have you heard about the word of Christ? Yep. I've been getting so much ex-Mormon YouTube and TikToks being shown to me lately. It's actually kind of funny. Seems like every ex-Mormon and their mom is starting a podcast talking about being ex-Mormon, spilling all the church secrets. I can actually time this right so I don't biff it again. As I biff it again. The Sonic games with the on-rails third-person running parts that make you feel super fast are fine. I think Sonic Generation was like the best one I can remember. Great OST. Yeah, I think the game I remember, it was, yeah, third person, running fast. I think you could switch between different characters to complete different parts of the level, if I remember correctly. But like Sonic was the main one you played. Occasionally would need to use Tails and his little helicopter tail. I think sometimes needed to use Knuckles to like smash things. I only have vague memories of this game. Play Sonic Unleashed. Is that PlayStation 2? Is it on... Can I get an emulator for the computer for it?
Them varmints won't be coming near our crops now.
I need to go over here. The werewolf? What? There's a werewolf Sonic game? What? Alright, I'll see if I can find, an emulator. Somehow he becomes more how does Sonic the Hedgehog become more furry? Don't ask me what happened, I cannot tell you. I missed a pumpkin, and then, you know, shit just happened. I'm still trying to figure out how the fuck Sonic can become more furry. It felt like Sonic OC Wattpad. Hot damn. Y'all, did I ever have I ever told y'all about how I used to write for Wattpad? Like, not like in an official set, but that's where I put all the short stories and that I wrote. And the stories about my OCs. God fucking damn it, ran into the wall. I had this one character that I used to roleplay as all the time. I don't know if everyone remembers Chat Tango, when that used to be the destination for like roleplay, along with it was a Chat Tango, and then the like wiki pages you can make, the wiki paint I think it was called. Yeah, I had this one character. Her name was Arabella. She was an Italian assassin from the 1500s. How can you tell I was Assassin's Creed? And I had a whole, I think I wrote like 7 or 8 chapters of her like backstory. I was gonna have a whole book about it and everything. And parts of me want to get back into writing. And I think it'd be a really fun exercise to like refine to see if that story is still posted, because I think I still have my old Wattpad account. So it'd be a fun writing experiment to go back, see if I can find it, and like rewrite those chapters. See if I can improve the writing at all. I also used to do horror poetry, which I wrote two parts of a planned like 3-part story. And the whole concept was that scientists in the 1970s were looking for a way to, you know, get rid of all the trash, and they just made a gloop that could eat through non-organic matter and organic matter, and like essentially eat through the waste. That then became sentient, dun dun dun, and killed the scientists and escaped, dun dun dun. Like very, very cheesy. But I think it'd also be fun to finish that little horror poetry story. I still do write every so often, and I've done like editorial work in more recent years. I think it'd be fun to get back into. Oh, it's a right in front of me. Fun to get back into actively writing. Especially since, I don't know, I find I don't jive with a lot of books. Like, I'll see books recommended, and I'll pick them up. I pick them up for free when I can, because more often than not, I read, and I'm just like, oh, this is following all the same old tropes, and has the same old, like, love triangle bullshit, or fated mate bullshit. Let's just say, I'm not a fan of a lot of tropes. Like, I think taking free will out of, like, love for someone is weird and icky, so I don't like a lot of, like, the fated mate or soulmate tropes, where it's like, a lot of the time the woman doesn't want to have a fated mate, but because she's his fated mate, she just naturally comes to love him and wants to just, like, throw her life away for him after, like, a week after meeting him. Trash. Don't want to fucking read. I don't know, maybe other people feel similar. So maybe I'll, like, considering maybe, like, writing for folks who don't like those stories. who want to read something different.
I can.
And also for people who want romance and fantasy, but don't want the majority of the book to just be fucking. Like, if you just want to write porn, write porn. Don't write porn under the guise of a fantasy novel. Like, and it's always a fantasy genre. That or the dark romance.
This insurrection. With all the but.
Also, if I did start writing in, like, I don't know where's the popular places to post anymore. Like, I know Wattpad is still a thing, and Wattpad has moved more away from fanfic and more to, like, original stories. I know there are some people who have gotten traditionally published via, like, originally posting on Wattpad and, like, get paid for posting their stories on Wattpad. But it doesn't seem like the place to post. And like a lot of other sites are dedicated just to fan fiction. You know, isn't AO3 like just, isn't that just a fan? Like, I've only ever heard AOE in the terms of like fan fiction. Do people put original stories? Can I put cute queer drag to shit? Drag me all you want. On AO3 is. I don't think DeviantArt even exists as a, like, it exists as a site, but I don't think it's ever seriously taken as a site anymore. There's so much AI art on DeviantArt as well nowadays. It's awful. Listen, I would like to cheese this. Can I just do this? Oh, does this work? Oh, I can just pew pew pew. Okay. Pew 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 and don't get hit by the pew pews. Got it. I'm not doing good not being hit. What if I... Okay, I could have just stood there. Cool. I'm the wrong guy. I don't know. Stuff and things to think about. Like I said, I have written like little bits here and there, normally for writing prompts. I really like taking a writing prompt and just writing like a paragraph or two of a story. I find that a really fun writing exercise. I think there was one where it was like a mind reader realizes someone else can also read their mind. Like two mind readers meet each other for the first time. That one was a really fun one. I did like a cute little start of a really femme, fluffy, cute romance story. So also, I don't know, I feel like fantasy should be a lot more queer. More gay, please. I am tired of boring straight cis white chick falls in love with generic cis white straight guy number 10. Who has dark hair and rugged features. And even when he has 5 o'clock shadow, he still looks perfect. Like, eh. Why would I want default settings in my fantasy book, you know? Oh, I hit a... There's a barrier there.
Ah, Spyro.
Yes. Alright, now I gotta fight aliens. Let's go. Take down the Yeeps. Look, they got rave lights in their little spaceships. Amazing. Alright, I got most of those. Oh, another one. Doo-doo-doo. Get that. Alright, I think that's everything I need to shoot down. Besides, you know, the shipping.
Excellent work. I knew.
Although going back to talking about like fantasy and author, recently there have been a diversification in fantasy. Like there is a Chinese author who wrote about a fantasy novel based or inspired by the first and only Chinese woman Chinese emperor. And she's written, I think they use they them pronouns. I'm just going to use that to be safe. But they've also written like a couple other really cool fantasy books inspired by like Chinese mythology and historical figures, which definitely need more of that.
Nice flying, airman.
A lot more Black authors are being traditionally published, which is really awesome. There are a lot of really cool changes happening to the publishing industry, especially with self-publishing being a more accessible route than what it once was. Because you can essentially self-publish completely online and just do digital ebooks and start publishing yourself that way. Whereas before you essentially you had to be a nepotism baby in order to self-publish. And of course, people are able to get book deals through things like having a really good TikTok following and being known for their writing and their stories on TikTok. It actually can be a little scary on how much influence TikTok has over things. Like, TikTok can completely influence on if you get a publishing deal at all. Can influence if you get a book deal before, or a movie deal before your book is even out. If you have just enough general hype and enough engagement on social media. It is absolutely wild. What am I forgetting? Oh, Masterful Sparks. Right below me. Yes, let's go! I would also love to see more Indigenous representation that isn't just the butchering of Windy Boys and Skinny Boys. Which, let me fucking grab my sweetgrass in case some arse will actually put the actual names in the chat. Like some sweetgrass. Because that's generally, or you see the trope of like the mystical medicine man, the mystical Indian man, who's just a narrative tool for the main characters. We'll see. If I end up writing, the Discord will know first. Trying not to... Okay, Elora didn't talk to me. Let's go. So I want to get everything around the world first before I go do the boss battle. Because I think it's just the boss battle now. I think it's just Ganasty Gnorc. I gotta go to the top again. Yeah, so do Ganasty Gnorc, and then it'll be on to game 3. Okay, so I'm still missing a couple wee bit of gems. No! Oh, I almost nearly missed it. Okay, we're fine. Alright, oh mighty sparks. Knower of gems. Detector of shinies. Where the fuck? Okay, I know I'm probably missing some the walk up into the portal. So I'm actually going to talk to Alora and get those before I go hunting. Alright, talkie, fighty fight. Alright. I am missing a fiver somewhere. Right here. Hey! Alright, boss battle time. Time to kick nasty Gnork's ass.
Spyro, we want to help you fight.
Uh-huh. I'll have updates about the gardens next week. I haven't been able to go out, and I can't go out this week because I'm vending tomorrow. But I'm going out next week, especially since, so like the building is adult education, and the purpose is to help adults on the reserve get their high school diploma so they can go after university degrees, or even just like in general, just get jobs easier. That's where the gardens are going to be, and there's a Bannock Burger fundraiser for their like graduation celebration. And so I was bought a lunch, so I have to go out next week. Which means I'll also be able to, especially since everything is freaking melting, I'll be able to get the finalized measurements, be able to start selecting the rocks. I'll be able to see if any grants that were applied to got approved. And pretty soon, like in the next week or two, it'll be starting seeds. I need to go through all my herb seeds and see what I have in my stash. And then I'll need to be like, who has these seeds and is willing to donate, please and thanks. God damn it, I need to stop being so close. God damn it, come back here. Whoa! Fuck! I was doing so good! And then I just kept getting bippity back in the fucking face. Do I have to start this over again? God damn it. Get fucked. Just hit fireball. Tracked at the one part of the boss battle I actually have to put effort in. I got my ass kicked. Alright, laser focused. Just gonna pew 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 the bird. Gotta remember to stay more underneath and not directly behind. To the side. Stay a little to the side. Ooh. There you go. Jeez! Oh, and then I landed in the lava. Let me get higher. Hello. Showdown! Okay, okay, okay. Try to make sure I can hit him while also not getting smacked in the face by green balls of fucking doom. Come on. Let that one. Yes! Oh, I'm like directly. Okay, okay. No, they're coming right at me. Oh, Jesus fuck. Okay, we're fine, we're fine. Yes, there we go. And with that, second game done. Do 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 do. I am the wiener. Repto defeated. I think it's just the bonus world now. Yeah, the bonus world.
Well done.
I'll blast through this real quick, then we'll move on to the third game. Oh, yes. Oh, game froze. We're fine. We're just going to jump over babies that are on the roller coaster track. Completely safe, right? You know, you also have the other riders who are coming directly towards you. Like, who needs... Jesus. What's OSHA? What's customer and patron safety? What's that, you know?
Here's a token.
Thanks. I would like to go again. Give me another token, please.
All right. Watch out for the other.
I would like to have a cannon now. Do I get a cannon now? Oh no, it's the third time I get a cannon. Alright. So far, no babies have been on the tracks. Ooh. Oh. I was worried there for a second that I jumped too early. I was about to biff it. Getting also closer to finding a new place. I've been looking at a couple townhomes and a couple like companies that rent out townhomes. And actually I've been finding ones with like surprisingly okay yards. Some of them even have like a decent sized shed in the backyard as well. So it'd have room for all of our tools, room for the dogs, and some container gardens, which would be really awesome. And a lot of them are pet friendly, and they have stuff like if you rent through them, you get 25% off your internet. Which, like, hell yeah, I want cheaper internet. That'd be great. That would bring, you know, the internet down from, for like a high-speed internet, like the, with the unlimited data, like the one that Adrian and I would need, is about $115. So I'll bring that down to about 70 to 90. Oh, fuck. God damn it, I missed both of those. Yeah, bring that down to like 70, 75. Because before when we were paying for our internet, we haven't paid for our internet for a couple of years now, it's just been included in our rent. But it was, for the high-speed internet, it was, fuck's sake. It was $100 and then $15 for the unlimited data. The thing didn't go off. Fuck. Oh, fuck. I'll have to go back and get those anyways. But that was when we were living, you know, in a house with upwards of 7 people. And everyone is playing video games, streaming, using their phones at all times, which means we needed a shit ton. Oh, Jesus. So, I mean, it's possible that, like, a basic, like, $100 internet plan will actually include everything we need. But we'll see. But still, you know, saving money is good. And a lot of them also, oh, fuck, have, on top of, like, discounted internet, also have lower damage deposits. A lot of them have, like, $5.99 damage deposits. So it's like, it's $5.99 plus GST. But still, like, paying $600 for a damage deposit is a lot better than what it normally is, which is equal to 1 month's rent. So I'm gonna start probably scheduling tours in that. Not this week coming up, of course, because I'm busy as shit. Probably like next week towards the end of the month. And yeah, hopefully, you know, come end of month, I'll be able to be like, we for sure have a place, we've secured a place. Because also end of the month is when I get my last refund from the art program, and we will have all the money to move and be able to sign a lease right away. I missed an entire little fucking thing. God damn it. Oh, it's alright, we'll just chill through. Make sure I don't hit any babies. Make sure I don't run into anyone else. I just need to do that loop. Oh, got him. Think there might be one more red one. No! Fuck yeah!
Wow, you're roll up.
Yeah, I was a little hesitant when we were first deciding to move, like, you know, 8 months ago. Because, like, a lot of townhomes at the time were, like, very small, couldn't get a lot within our budget. But, like, I mentioned this a couple times, prices have started to come down, and there's a lot more within our budget. And a lot more townhomes than I thought are, like, dog-friendly, and specifically big dog-friendly, and advertise themselves as such, and clearly say, like, perfect for a family with a large dog. So it's like, okay, like, they're not going to say no because I've had a 100-pound beast that's my best friend, you know?
Okay.
Although a lot still only, like, small dogs, small pets allowed. I'm also seeing some places are trying to pull an illegal and ask for both a non-refundable damage deposit, which in my province, the total amount of non-refundable deposits cannot equal more than 1 month's rent. So if they're charging a non-refundable deposit for rent, that, you know, is, you know, whatever it is, and then also a non-deposit or non-refundable pet fee on top of that, that's actually illegal. They also cannot ask for both a non-refundable pet deposit and a monthly pet fee, which a lot of them try to do. It's either one or the other. You cannot charge both.
Ready for the next? Okay.
But then again, there's so many, I mean, anywhere you go, there's going to be shady, shitty landlords and landlording companies. And I mean, I definitely, like, when I was first renting, I didn't realize that they couldn't charge both a non-refundable deposit and a monthly pet fee. And a place I was living in charged $25 per pet per month, and then $100 per pet when the pets were gotten. So, like, when we moved in, we had 2 pets, and so I had to pay $200, plus then $50 a month. And then once, this is when I just had a cat and a rabbit, and then once I got the second rabbit as a friend for the first, yeah, I had to pay another $100 deposit, and then it was another $25, so $75 a month. Bonk.
This is pretty.
I love getting tokens for bullying people. This is great. I do want another shot. It's the chef that tried to eat the babies!
Wow, you really are a great shot.
Sweet.
Have another shot.
So those who haven't seen before, what that does is it opens essentially the movie theater, they call it, which allows you to see all the cinematics whenever you want. And so this is the point, like once you 100% everything, this is when you're supposed to get the pew pew. Not at the beginning of the game. Alright, on to the third game. Let's fucking go. Sorry, one of the trail apps I use when I go hiking was like, share your recent hike. I'm like, I just went for a walk to the store. What are you talking about, my recent hike? Oh, look at all the eggs just out in the open. Perfect to Fifi. Look at this rabbit coming. Why are none of the eggs in nests? That's what I want to know. Why are there no, like, scouts? Why is there no one keeping watch? You would think with how many, like, threats the dragons have faced in recent years. I also can't skip this, which is why it's currently just going on. A single egg. Can I skip that one? Yeah, let's go. Can't remember how many freaking cutscenes there are in the beginning. Alright, onwards. I no longer have my fireball. It's very sad. Everyone go boo. And my fireball back. What time is it currently? It's only 6:30. Probably gonna stream till about 8. Because then, yeah, I have to make up the signs that I did get in. Yell at Amazon about mixing up my package. And making them rectify it. And then trying to figure out signage for the signs that didn't come in the mail. Thankfully, I think I did keep the paper tags on all of the items that... I think I kept paper tags on most of the items that I was going to use the standing price tags for. So it shouldn't be that much of a hassle. Just again, it's out those visuals. And it's really interesting looking into the psychology of what are people actually like looking at and taking into consideration in the first couple like milliseconds that they look at your table, look at a booth, look at a shelf, and what things really matter. And like when I used to vend, because I took a break from vending for about 5 years, I think it was. And so I used to have like the clear signage, the really pretty display that looks super professional. Used to have all of that. I have been slowly rebuilding it and realizing, oh yeah, it really does make a big fucking difference. Like one of the things is the color of the tablecloth. I would have really nice tablecloths, but I would normally have like a really nice red one or a really nice green one because it matched the like vibe of the items on my table. And yet, no matter what, a black tablecloth always does better. I always do better, even if it's the same market. If I have a black tablecloth, I will always do better than when I don't. And it's one of those weird things. Another thing, lots of people don't take cards anymore. And a lot less businesses hand cards
This
out.
button's too big to charge.
I
You'll have to
know.
blame him using the attack button.
Okay, that's nice. Because cards just get thrown out. They end up being forgotten. So having a printed out Instagram follow square thingy. Like, I found having branding everywhere is not nearly as important as it once was. But like having like a little thing with like the Instagram handle or something they can scan and follow. And then like maybe like one little thing that says your business name. And that's it. There's no need for like the giant banner in front and the side banner with the business cards and the branding on everything. And I think it's because a lot of people realize that having all of that is just very inherently wasteful. And it's also really expensive to order all that stuff. You know, banners on average are $100 to $150 for a good one, which you want if you're doing, you know, markets and want to look professional. And especially when business cards, like more often than not, business cards just get tossed out, dropped on the ground, forgotten about, and they don't actually lead to like sales or followers or anything. Anything that's actually needed to keep a business going. Buy mine, look. There we go. Won't be able to do Sheila's portion for a bit. Because I essentially need to do this first world to get the gems to rescue the Sheila. Anything here? No.
Hi, Spyro.
I know it means they're saving. Thank you. Appreciated. Goodbye. Do not eat the chicken! No! The chicken has been eaten. Dun dun dun. Oh man, had chicken wings last night and I popped them in the oven. And then what I did is I took the leftover, like the grease and the fat from the chicken wings, and I made a homemade mayonnaise with it. And it was delicious because the chicken wings were seasoned with like tandoori spices. So essentially just like tandoori flavored fat and oil that came out of them. And I'm very much trying to get into use every part of the food. Try not to have any waste, any scraps when it comes to food. Times are too hard for that, you know? Food's way too expensive. And who has the money to pay like $12 for a small thing of fancy flavored mayonnaise from the grocery store? Not this bitch. But I can often get eggs free through the food waste diversion program that I occasionally get food through. And of course, there's a little bit of lemon juice. And then so much whisking. I hand whisked, which I do not recommend. Hand whisking and making mayo is... How do I even describe the torture that is? Awful. In short. So I would highly recommend using a stand mixer for that. Or even like a little hand mixer. Depending on like, you know, how big of a batch you're making. When I worked in restaurants, I've literally used like the big giant industrial mixers meant for like mixing big batches of dough and shit. And to make like giant batches of mayonnaise. These days, I really should remake the garlic mayo that I used to make at the one restaurant. It was so fucking good. Can I please? There we go. Down here. I've been lately craving a lot of food from that restaurant. It was just really, I don't know, it was solid good food. And it was at the height of running my rescue, and I would basically spend my days working at the restaurant, managing it, and then go out and catch bunnies, and that was often like the food I used to fuel up before going out and catching the buns. There's just a lot of good memories attached to that food. But the business went under due to horrible mismanagement, as typical with businesses that go under, especially restaurants. But I have most of the recipes in that still memorized. So I've been wanting to make them lately, and also like write them down so I don't forget them. Okay, where are my last little... right here, okay. I basically already used the burger recipe, except I've modified it a little bit so I can use it for meatloaf, because all it was ground chuck, a little bit of oil, and ground masala spices. That was all that was in the burger. There was no binders whatsoever. That was the same also for the ground turkey burgers. It was just ground turkey, ground masala, and a little bit of oil. The one thing I will never be able to recreate, because I never actually learned the recipe, because that was the job of the other head chef, was the veggie burgers, which I know was a very long, laborious process, which involved chickpeas, mushrooms, and like a multi-step cooking process. It would take her like all day to make those. And because she got so good, like she was so consistent with them, and they would hold up really well, and they tasted so good, that she was essentially the only one that made them. So I never learned the recipe for those, but they were the best damn veggie burgers. Fuck my life. The best damn veggie burgers I've ever had to date. Because they were spiced with the ground masala, and then everything was just cooked and blended like really, really mushy and fine together, and then blitzed up. And then the water would be slowly cooked out on the flat top grill. So it could really control the moisture content. And like, I say I don't know how to make them, and that's like, I don't know the actual, like, I don't know all the ingredients, I don't know all the steps. I just know like what I observed when I would be working on other prep while she was making them. And so yeah, after like as much moisture as needed to would be got out on the flat top grill, then like shape them and freeze them. And that is like a very basic bones of how they're made. But again, I don't know any of the ratios, I only know like a handful of, I think there was 30 ingredients, and I maybe know like 7 or 8. But yeah. One of the burgers I want to remake, I mean, it was called the Big Texas, which was basically your basic bacon cheeseburger. But then there was a Burger of the Month variation where it had an onion ring and cheese curds underneath the cheddar cheese. So there was like onion ring, cheese curds, bacon covering that, and then a thick slice of cheddar cheese on top of that. Like seal all the toppings on top of the burger, and then smothered in barbecue sauce with some crispy onion frites that we would also make in-house. The crispy onion frites were so good. We'd deep fry them and then immediately hit them with salt and paprika.
You can go for the course record.
I don't want to go for the course record. Am I missing gems? No. Right? No? Okay. Another thing I make quite often from the restaurant, it was called Stampede sauce. But all Stampede sauce was the garlic mayo, Frank's Hot, and barbecue sauce. I think it was like the Heinz brand barbecue sauce. Like, very easy, mixed together, into something that was like, it all complemented each other. And honestly, the homemade garlic mayo is what really made the Stampede sauce. But I mean, you can slap those ingredients together with like homemade mayo. Can I please have a kangaroo?
Spyro! I'm getting paid
Yay, kangaroo!
I hope you
Alright, we gotta do Sheila's world before we can go back into the other portal and do her portal there.
Thanks again, Spyro.
Yeah, so the Stampede dip was one of 2 fry dips that we had, and like the Stampede dip went best with the sweet potato fries, in my opinion. And then the other one was a creamy goat cheese dip. And it was goat cheese, herbs, and then heavy cream, I think. That made like this rich, tangy, very like flavorful goat dip. And that was not only a fry dip, but was also a topping on, was it just 1 or 2 of the burgers? Because I know it was on the LA is My Lady, which was creamy goat cheese dip, pesto. Oh, but it was no, that one didn't have the walnut pesto. It was just regular pesto. So yeah, it was a creamy goat cheese, like, spread / dip. Pesto, and then oven roasted red peppers, and avocado. And that one I always thought was best with the turkey patty opposed to the beef patty. And it was a messy burger. Man, what was the name of the one the walnut pesto was on? I remember most of the names. Now I'm trying to like... Do I remember most of the names? I don't think... Oh. It's another... Oh no, I don't remember most of the names anymore. Oh no! I know a lot of them had on them. So at least that's something. Still recreate them. Oh, there was one... that was like Jersey something that had crispy pancetta on it and a walnut pesto. That was really, really good. And of course, like, working at the restaurant, you experiment a lot. Do a lot of different combos. Make some very weird, impractical burgers. I mean, they're always so fun. Always so delicious. And if the owners of the... 'cause our location was a franchise, but if the owners of the entire business liked one of your creations, it would become a featured burger in like a future month or like a future side. So actually one of the workers at my location, the other head chef / like manager, did for me, did the feature burger and the feature side. So she did a really delicious like chorizo guacamole poutine thing that I don't know why the guacamole and the gravy went so well together, but it did, and the chorizo was a fucking plus. And I think the burger was essentially like something very similar. Like, so it had the beef patty, but then also had chorizo, guacamole, and salsa on it, with then some sort of like spicy cheese. Oh, it was so fucking, like, both the sides were really good. The worst side we ever had to, I don't know why they decided to do it, especially for like a burger place, but they decided to do Mexican street corn as a feature side one month, which meant, and how they had us doing it, like they didn't have us cooking the fucking corn on the flat top grill. No, we had to cook it in a stainless steel pan in oil. And what happens when you cook corn in oil, because it has a lot of water in it, they are little exploding kernels of doom. Of doom and ouchie and burns. And like, yeah, it was a really good side, because it would get topped with in-house made crema and paprika and something else that I forget now. And so like, it was delicious. But pain in the arse to make, and I hated anyone who ordered it. For that December, the feature side was a cranberry Christmas poutine that had a cranberry ketchup on it as well as the gravy, which I've actually remade the gravy a couple times because I used to hate gravy until I had that gravy. And it was this delicious, delicious green peppercorn gravy. The base was just like your average plain Jane turkey stock, but then canned green peppercorns that were crushed with rosemary and thyme that would get bundled together with then cooking wine and balsamic vinegar. And that would all get reduced down, and you'd reduce it down twice with the liquid mix of the balsamic vinegar and the cooking wine. And just get this sweet, herby, just delicious concoction that had like quite a bit of kick from the green peppercorn that would then get added to the turkey gravy stock. And yeah, it was just an absolutely just peppery, delicious, amazing gravy. Why are you pointing down there? There's nothing down here. What do you mean down? Did I forget any hot pops? Doesn't look like it. Are you like in here? Did I forget something? Spax? Please? Did I miss something down here? Oh, right there. Is that last one? Fuck yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to quickly go to Sunny Villa and complete her portal there. Okay, we also made like Caesar dressing from scratch. And Thousand Isle dressing from scratch, although we didn't call it Thousand Isle. I forget what it was called. But like a very similar dressing made from scratch. The salads weren't ordered very often, and that I'm grateful for, because both salads had fresh made buttermilk chicken, and it was always just a pain in the arse to make, especially if someone ordered one of those salads during the lunch rush, because essentially one person is just on salad duty, and it takes, I think it took like 7 minutes to make. My favorite thing to do would be first thing in the morning. I would ring myself up like a kid's meal, a kid's burger type meal, except it would be a breakfast sandwich. So I would like quickly fry up an egg, either bacon or pancetta, depending on my mood that morning. And then creamy goat cheese dip and pesto. And that's what I had basically every morning as I would get to work prepping everything. Oh, and that's also where I learned how to make my own chips, because we made our own kettle chips in-house. So many things I want to get back into doing, but being able to cook all of that and do all of that requires time. Although I'm trying to set aside my Sundays during the day for just like meal prep stuff. My partner and I, we generally really like rice bowls, and rice bowl ingredients are generally more economic currently.
Hey, Spyro.
So Sunday is essentially dedicated to like restocking our rice bowl staples and rotating out for some new dishes. So right now on the rotation, like Spam is something I cook up every week now. The Hawaiian requires a Spam, which honestly it's a pretty economical protein. And then I do a sheet pan of eggs. I guess not quite a sheet pan, but I have this nice little square pan for on top of the stove. I think it takes five eggs to do a nice little sheet of eggs. And then I think I mentioned this before. I call it garlic bread corn. Got some, got a big old batch of that right now. Oh, I think this Sunday I'll probably do some caramelized onions. I wanted to do some last week, I just didn't get around to it. And then also some stir-fried green beans. This week we're at least I'm really missing having more spicy stuff for the rice bowls. Like, have kimchi, but I don't want that to be my only source of spice, you know? I also think I want to make a quick pickle to put into the little jar that I got today. I have some cucumber that needs to be used up. Because I have one pickle container of pickling stuff, but it's my pickled beetroot, or like pickled beet and cucumber mix. That is, I don't know why it's so spicy, but that pickled mix just is spicy. But also sweet, because like the beets have a natural sweetness to them. But yeah, for some reason, they go spicy. Which, like, it makes it a nice topping for rice bowls, but I also find I have to limit how much of that specific ferment I eat, because it is a very strong ferment. Or rather, pickle, not ferment. I also need to do, they're called jammy veggies. Essentially, you cook tomatoes and peppers and like stuff like onions, stuff that can cook down to really soft. You cook it in a shit ton of ketchup and some other stuff. I like to put some rice wine vinegar and some spices, and you cook it down until it essentially becomes like a jam-like consistency. Got some meal kits for free, and that was one of the things that we made in the meal kit, and my partner and I have been hooked ever since. So I keep, every so often, about once a month, I'll make up a decent sized batch, and we'll toss that on top of like proteins we're having for food, or in rice bowls, or if I'm doing a quick stir fry and I have like a thinner cut of meat, I'll use the jammy veggies to add like quick flavor, veggies that are already cooked without overcooking the meat. Yeah, that's ones I need? Tell me so. But why is it not so? Straight down, you say. What's straight down? Can I jump here? Relatively safe to jump. Yeah, I was right. It was safe. Oh, there it is. Alright, so that's the level in its entirety. Yeah. Yes, excellent. Yeah. I'm going back to, like, making ferments and that. Also, just, like, I want to get back more into that and, like, canning my own stuff, which I might be getting a bunch of canning stuff soon. My mom is trying to thin out stuff and stuff that hasn't been, used in a long time. And she knows I'm into canning and into like foraging and making my own stuff. So she's like, would you, if we just, decided, yeah, it's time to get rid of this, would you want all of our canning stuff, which includes like 2 canning large pressure pots and a bunch of other canning supplies? And I was like, yes, please. Please. Don't just come, drop it off at my house. Don't even need to ask if I still want it. Just give to me. So I'm real hoping that I get that stuff. I don't know, like, I grew up learning how to can, and with my cook, I'm canning and making our own applesauce, and making our own salsas and like all that type of stuff. Canning veggies, canning dehydrated soup mixes and that.
I saw something shiny and
Extra tomatoes and all that type of stuff.
oh, I almost forgot.
And like one, I haven't gotten into that because like yeah, you can can with just a pot and like really hot water and sanitize properly. That is true. But also you then have to have space to store all the shit you're canning. And that's been the big thing, is I haven't had the space to store a bunch of canned goods and build up that stock. There's a couple on TikTok. I think they're on also Instagram and YouTube and that. I forget what their names are. But every year they do like a living off the land challenge. Because what they do is they forage and they grow their own food. And they hunt. And they'll get stuff from like friends and that. And they save and save and save all throughout like the foraging seasons and that. Do things like grow their own mushrooms. And then they'll try to go as long as they can without essentially buying anything from the store and only eating, for the most part, food that they have grown or foraged. And I think this year they went 4 months with not buying any food, just surviving off of what they've been able to grow and forage. And they live in a major city. So a lot of what like they have like community garden plots and they forage in their city. And of course like they're hunters. And it's really cool. And one of the reasons why they started doing that is they're wondering how much like self-sustainability could they do in a city? What type of food resources and food network could they build up? And how long can they make that last? I know every year they do it better. Every year they're able to make like cooler stuff. They know how much they need to save up, how much more they need to grow, what they can. You know, maybe they don't need to grow that the next year or what they need to grow more of. And I'd love to maybe like not be so hardcore where the only thing I'm eating is stuff I've foraged or harvested. But I feel like working towards being able to have like whole meals where it's completely made out of everything I foraged on a more frequent basis instead of just very sporadically and infrequently during the summer months would be really fun. Would be really cool. Especially with the way food inflation prices are, you know? Like, part of the thing is I just have a problem with getting outside and doing shit. Hello? Especially, like, on my own. So I think what I'm going to try to do this next year is... I mean, starting even soon with how quick everything's melting, that's probably going to be mushrooms soon. Is like try to partner with people who like have either access to vehicles or are okay with like navigating transit. And be like, okay, let's go here and see what we can find. I'm trying to do that at least once a week.
Be sure to keep your friends spark.
I'd love to find more edible mushrooms this year. I have mostly medicinal, like I think I only have medicinal mushrooms currently in my stash. And when I mean medicinal, I don't mean like the illegal substance medicinal one, but like reishi and polypores and that type of stuff. God damn it. The conchs and all that. Oh, give me, I think I'm gonna sneeze. 1 second. Ugh. Oh, it sneezed went away, we're good. Yeah, because like there's a lot of berries, so many different types of berries grow in and around the city. Like, oh, fuck my life, fuck my life, fuck my life, fuck my life. as I was saying, Saskatoons, raspberries. It's really easy to find everyone and their mother trying to get rid of things like rhubarb. So I can also stock up on a lot of rhubarb. There's a lot of edible flowers even that you can turn into things like fizzy drinks or syrups.
Spyro, you're just... Thank you, Spyro.
Lilacs are one of those things that can be turned into, they have yeast naturally covering the petals. So you can put that in water with some sugar and it will turn into like a natural pop. Just have to be careful you don't accidentally make flower booze. That is a thing that can occur. Is there any little magma slugs around here that I can get sparks back? I might have to exit and come back in. I desire magma slugs. I desire for my little dragonfly. Oh. Oh, and it's a blue one. Let's fucking go. I would also, at the new place, I have a friend who has like liquid spores for mushrooms that they just need to find. But once they do, they plan on giving to me. I think they said enoki and oyster mostly, and I think there was a third one, but I forget what it was. So I want to grow more mushrooms and start growing more mushrooms because like pickled mushrooms are fucking delicious. I don't know if y'all have ever had pickled like morels, but so good, so zingy, just delicious. So I wanna try experimenting with making some different pickled mushrooms and preserving mushrooms in different ways and fun ways. I also don't know. I know some people really dislike mushrooms and think they're just fake meat, fake media. I really like mushrooms. I like the versatility of mushrooms. I mean, overall, mushrooms are also just really good, and having a diverse diet is important. Ish. This is something I was thinking. God. I felt like one of those cats that tries to run and just stands in place for a moment. Goddamn. Speaking of appropriate diets, because I've done a lot of thinking in recent years about... Ask a fuck? Done a lot of thinking in recent years about, like, how... I wonder how many, like, gut issues are due to people... Are you fucking kidding me? I didn't even jump, I just fell. Ah. Anyways, are due to people eating diets that they're not evolved to eat. Because if you think, like, depending on what type of ancestor you are, like, you literally evolved to eat very specific things or have a very specific diet. I'm going to scream and shout and let it all out! Ugh. And so I wonder how many health issues or how many, like, tummy issues could just be rectified by people eating the diet which they're evolved to eat, instead of this sort of like one blanket diet fits all that I tend to see a lot from nutritionists. I can't wait to kill this motherfucker. And that led me into thinking about how the same has been done to dogs. Like, we just go blanket nutrition for dogs, but when you look at dogs, especially with how they were bred, a lot of them were bred for specific jobs, and that then also included being bred to survive on specific diets depending on where in the world they were being raised. Like, a dog that's been bred to live up, like, in the north and eat a high-fat, high-protein diet isn't going to do well on the same diet a dog who's been bred to hunt rats on shit. You know? Like, they have very different nutritional needs. And have very different diets they've been bred to eat. But there's such a one-size-fits-all when it comes to nutrition. But when it comes to dogs and cats. Same with cats. Although cats don't have the specific diet issue as much. You do when you get to some of the like very fancy, specific, more like rare breeds. But in general, especially with like the generic domestic short hair, domestic long hair, the generic cats, they can get away with a more one-size-fits-all diet. But dogs not so much, you know? And like do see some brands, like there's, I forget what brand it is, but they do have like a specific golden retriever brand and a specific Rottweiler food and Doberman food, and they make foods specific for specific breeds based on like general energy levels, what they need, because like some dogs build muscle really easily. And so they need a diet that can support that. Other dogs, you know, they sit very lean, or they have a really, really high metabolism, so they need more calorie dense food. But you know, you don't want to give a you want to give a calorie dense food to a greyhound. You don't want to give a calorie dense food to a bulldog. Alright, I think if I talk to you, that opens the gate so I can get back. Yes, excellent. But I don't know, and I don't know if there's any studies being done, or if any of these conversations are happening in like dog nutrition circles. Just like a random thought I had while I was preparing my dog's food today. Because like I have a dog who, essentially she's a celiac puppy, as I like to call her, because she completely cannot tolerate grains. She has to be completely grain-free. And one of the things I noticed is in recent years, there's been more grain-free, corn-free, even gluten-free dog food, because dogs with grain allergies are so common. And I realized it's a bunch of breeds that historically would not have had grains in their diets. Like, yeah, of course my husky can't tolerate grains, because you know what she was bred for? To be up in the Arctic eating seals and shit. She wasn't bred to be eating fucking corn and wheat. So no wonder her body can't tolerate it. You know, of course my Anatolian Shepherd wolf dog does better on a higher protein, more raw meat diet. Like that's, Anatolian Shepherds literally are large livestock guardian dogs who are bred to murder and eat coyotes and shit. Like, I know then there's the wolf, which like, self-explanatory I feel like. I don't know. Like, I hope these conversations start happening in, like, dog nutrition circles more. I feel like the conversations in relating to humans eating, like, more, I guess, like, biologically appropriate is, like, the best way to phrase it, diets become a thing, because I do, like, and a lot of this is coming from, like, having to make diet changes to my own diet, and really looking at what my body responds well to and what my body does well on. And I'm like, okay, I am, like, and I've also been doing a lot of genealogy work lately, because my cookum wants to get stuff done with the Alberta government or some shit, and they need genealogy records. So I've been making sure all our genealogy shit is good. And when I'm looking at what I'm predominantly First Nations, English, French, and Irish. With the most recent heritage being predominantly Indigenous, French, and English. At least on my cookum side. And then it's like basically pure Italian on my dad's side. So when I'm looking at the stuff my body does well on, which is like, come here, you motherfucker. Which is like a lot of fresh vegetables, not a lot of fresh fruit, but preserved fruit I do really well with like dehydrated fruit in that. Higher salt, higher carb, higher protein. It's just like dense, filling food are what I do best on. Fuck the empty calorie foods. They don't do shit. They upset my stomach. And then also like greasy foods and fatty foods. I really don't do well with whatsoever. Like very lean meats. And then also wild game. I do best on. I honestly think my ideal diet would just be eating like a wild game pasta for every meal. But I don't know. It's just been fun to notice that like, oh yeah, like the stuff that my body is responding well to, it's stuff that makes sense, giving my genealogy and sort of what parts of the world I come from. I don't know, maybe those thoughts and me saying that will also help other people who are also struggling with like figuring out, because I feel like food has become such a complex thing with globalization and having so many options available, and just the desire and the curiosity to try new things and experiment with food and eat like all the things and not be limited. And the thought of like having to limit oneself can like, one, be really triggering and awful and like trigger a bunch of stuff in people. But also you just like, you're like, oh, I really want to eat that, but I can't because my stomach doesn't do well. Like it's just not a fun feeling. So I get just wanting to eat all the things and try all the things. And just like the natural human curiosity of seeing the new and wanting to know what it is. I mean, one of my favorite things to do is like snacky test drives where I just, you know, my partner and I will pick up 3-4 snacks we've never tried before and we'll just try them. But I also think that as individuals in a society, we really need to start putting our health first, and in ways we might not have traditionally thunk of. Like with, like, breaking out of the generic diet and food thoughts, and going more deep. And I also think looking at like where your ancestors have come from and looking at what genetics make you up can also be really important for figuring out like what type of exercise and working out your body best responds to, and how you carry weight and why you carry weight certain ways. Because I mean that's all determined by your genetics. This is all determined by fucking evolution, right? Like in general, I find my body responds better to like long walks, hiking, and cardio rather than like weightlifting, and that type of like working out the muscles targetedly and like repetitive manual labor my body doesn't respond well to, but just fucking going for miles, going up a mountain, coming back down. Yeah, my body responds, like, that's the type of exercise my body responds really well to. And it's like, okay, yeah, would have had to, like, no matter where you look in my heritage, it's like, okay, yeah, none of my relatives, essentially, were city folk. No matter where you go, like, some of my family tree I've traced back to the 1400s now, which is really fucking cool. Being able to, like, oh, 14th century France, this is where my family was coming from. But, like, no one came from aristocracy. No one was fucking rich. They were all people who, for the most part, were farmers. And people who had to, like, gather to eat. The hunter-gatherer farmers of Europe and the Americas. Ugh. I'm trying to make sure I actually do this just one try, you know? Why did you jump so high? There was no reason for that. Can I please? Sometimes I can, it feels like I can actually kick smash them, and other times I don't think I'm gonna do it first try. I'm close though. Oh no, I did it! Let's fucking go.
Wow, I can't believe I survived that blast. It's a good thing.
Another thing I want to start doing, like really into the whole like eating habits, that is I want to try to eat more seasonally. Because for me, that just, like, eating seasonally makes sense because when foods are off season, often the stuff in the produce stores is also just like less nutritious in general, the fresh stuff. And as convenient and nice as frozen vegetables are, they are limited in their applications. Like, you can, there's just some recipes that, like, I can't really do my jammy veggies with frozen veggies, you know? It doesn't work out. The texture is wrong. There ends up being way too much water.
Used to have a dragon egg free. The tunnel is chopped.
But going back to the pets, by the way. The automatic feeder that I snagged for free, holy shit, can I not recommend it enough. It is so freaking awesome. And has been really easy to adjust how much feeding, like how much to dispense, because I wasn't sure at first. And so I was like 2 portions. But it basically, each little portion is enough for like 1 cat for 1 meal. And so I'm like, okay, I know I have 5 cats, so I dispense 6 portions twice a day. Just in case like the big boy is extra hungry. But like after, you know, a couple days of fiddling with it to make sure I have the settings right. Oh, it's so nice. The cats have not been running out of food at night. Because even though if I would top it before I would go to bed, they would still run out in the middle of the night, get into the dog food, and then, you know, get sick all morning because they hate the dog food. And this has completely stopped that. Which, is so nice. Makes my mornings a lot easier when I don't have to, you know, start it by cleaning cat sick. And they're also really liking the food that I managed to snag for them. Stella and Chewy, which is a fancier brand, has a raw infused brand, or like a kibble plus raw. So it's kibble, but then also has like quite decent chunks of dehydrated raw meal in. And the cats have been really, really jiving with that lately and have just been loving that food. It's generally not something I can afford though, because like the small big I got, like normal price is $70, and it's maybe 2 weeks worth of food. And there's no way I can afford $70 or 140. Sorry, 140. 100. No, it was normally $70, so $140 in cat food every month. Good lord, no. Like, good on the people who can afford that regularly, because it is like a really good quality food. God damn. That's also how I feel whenever I'm able to get some, like, Tiki Cat. Because Tiki Cat is another quite pricey. Oh god, I forgot how awful this is for controlling. Yep, I can't control this for shit. Yeah. Okay, how... Because, so... Normally this controls the camera, but it controls that. Okay. I think I got this. Nope, I don't got this. Oh, fuck. Okay, this is how I steer. This is how we do it. Oh, it's a combo of move it. Oh my god, I hate this. It's fine. Okay, I think I'm getting it. I think I'm re-remembering. I can just... Oh, I missed that. Leave me alone, Mr. Sharkman. Okay, if I can just... Boom, boom! Vroom! Vroom! Ah! Yes! Okay, did it. Whew.
Wow, that's the first time.
Oh. Yeah, so, like I was saying, the cat feeder, amazing. Highly recommend for those, like, if someone has cash, or if you can find one secondhand, or being given away for free like I did. It is the Catit, C-A-T-I-T, just the basic automatic pet feeder that has the app. Not recommend it enough. It has made just like caring and feeding for the cats so much easier, but it is a pretty penny. One thing that's not worth your money though is the smart water feeder. Like if you're gonna get a Catit water fountain, just go with the basic one that doesn't have the one that sends a little thing to your app, to your phone, to tell you the water level's low. Like, unless... I mean, that would be, like, that's... Unless you're, like, visually impaired, that would be a really good one, because it sends you a little push notification to your phone that you can then have read out through your screen reader. But other than that, it's, like, $40 for essentially it to send a push notification to your phone when the water's low, when it already has a light that turns bright red and turns the entire feeder like bright red when the water dips below the sensor. I don't have a Sparks, fuck. Hello, little underwater ducky, give me a Sparks. Oh, okay, cool. But also, in all honesty, if you're going to get a water fountain, I also just recommend getting a stainless steel water fountain for your animals. Especially for cats, I find they much prefer the stainless steel water fountain I have that I got for the dogs over the plastic one I got for them. And also, like, stainless steel just holds up better. It holds less bacteria. I find I don't have to switch out and clean the filter as often either. Oh, I missed this one. What the fuck? Is it behind here? Where is it? Where is it, Sparks? I'm just gonna make sure it's not on this side. Okay, no. Oh, here's one here. Is that... No, I think I'm missing a 10 or somewhere. Back where I was. Oh, you. I need to murk you. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Give me a hug. Okay, that wasn't... I think I got all the shells that have... Really? In there? I was just in there, and you said there was nothing left. Sparks, mercy. Yeah, my fault for missing that one. You're right. My bad. What do you mean? Oh, wait. Was that a little side? It was. Is there anything left in here, almighty Sparks? I'm sorry I yelled at you earlier. Okay. So I'm guessing down here. Why are you pointing across? I see nothing. Alright, where... Sparks are just over there! In the Sheila world? I thought for sure... Oh, no. I know where I've missed. I know where I missed in the Sheila world. should be right there. No, that is completely my bad. I completely forgot this was here. There we go. Under the docks. Where the fuck is that one? Under... Oh, I know where that one is. How did I not get that egg? What the fuck? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I know exactly where that egg is, and I'm a little confused on how I just bippity-booped past it. It should be... Yeah, right here. Oh, I passed it like 3 times. Alright, that should be 100%o now. Do. Alright, I can't do that one yet. Because that one requires the penguin. Alright, so we've done Sunny Villa. Done... Sheila. I think next up is Cloud Spire now. I kind of skipped it and went straight to the other one, but that's fine. I'm going to stream for about 40 minutes more before I head off to do all the market prep I need to do. I did a good chunk of it because like when the four-sided earring display and that came in the other day, I put that together and already prepped it and loaded it up. I just have to write the signs and make sure that all the signs look nice once they're on it. I got the handmade or homemade, what's a mahuit? What's the word? What's the word I'm looking for? I just said it. Keychain! Keychain display. The homemade keychain display in the butterfly box has already been set up with the ones I want. I have... Which ones did I put in there? Check real quick. Oh, right. I put my self-defense keychains in there. Because they are chonky, which, I mean, they're self-defense keychains, so chonky is to be expected. And they're also more weird shapes to try to fit nicely, so I generally can't put them nicely in the box. And then I just have a bunch of little ones in there. That makes it look real crowded, but with just the four different types there, and then I have a couple of the deer keychains in there because they just fit really nicely. I have like a big stag and a little stag, and then a big doe and a little doe keychains. And like for once, the box looks really nice. It doesn't look too cluttered. It doesn't look too visually overwhelming. Like my eyes aren't darting around when I look at it. I'm very excited. I think what all do I have to do? I have to make sure my selenite box is good. I need to select what other displays I'm bringing now that I have some new, less awkward to use displays. I also need to finalize exactly what I'm bringing. So originally it was supposed to be an 8-foot table space, but then this morning I got the email that no, it's 6-foot table space. 5 to 6 feet, so I might not even get like my normal 6 foot that I normally vend with. That's when I use my own table. So I can't bring everything I plan to, because I lost, 2 to 3 feet of table. I was hoping to bring all my big bone pieces. I was hoping to have a whole curio section of my table. But I gotta pare down stuff. And like my normal vending table broke, so I can't even set that up and do like a mock setup like I normally would to make sure that my display looks nice. What I'll probably end up doing is I have a coffee table that I think is about 5 feet long. It's not quite as wide as a vending table is going to be. But if I can sort of plan,
Remember,
if I can plan the stuff that's going to go at the back half of my table, and I know what's going to go, then I can just know what's going to go in front, and I really don't have to lay that out. So that should be fine. I should still be able to bring, like, now that I'm putting a little thought into it, I should still be able to bring 2 of my big bone pieces. There's a big skull piece that I really, really want to find a home for. And that I was planning on bringing, and I think I'm still going to bring. It takes up a good chunk of table space, though. Like, it is a giant bison, or not bison, but a giant cow skull that has the horn cores, you know, sticking out. That one doesn't have a soup, like, it's not on an elaborate base, though. So at least I don't have to worry about that. I was like, where'd he go? But he went up. Okay. Just gonna grab the gems real quick. I think what I'll do for that one is I have this cute little mini dresser that has little shelves in that I'll use normally for curios. And what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use it for curios again, but my bottle curios. With then the skull in front. And that way none of the bottle curios are like obscured. And it's sort of, it's grouped, it's nice theme together. I still have a curio-ish area. Maybe I'll see if I have extra clip-on signs. I might also bring some of my moth and moth cocoon, rather, and gemstone curios. Start funding, raising the next batch of moths and butterflies. Because what I do, any money I make from using items or the bodies from the moths and butterflies themselves, I set that aside and I use that to raise up more native butterflies and moths. Because there are some costs involved, like I do need soil for some species so that they can burrow in because they pupate underground. Of course I need food for all of them. Some foods I just don't have easy access to in my backyard that I know for sure are pesticide free and not going to kill the caterpillars. So I either have to buy a pre-made diet or I have to grow my own plants, which then I have to like buy the seeds, buy dirt, have pots, all that good stuff. So there are not a lot of costs involved with raising butterflies and moths, but there's still a decent amount. And of course not all the moths and butterflies I raise are domestic species that can be released. Some are just like, because like domestic silk moths, sphinx butterflies, or sphinx moths, those are often sold as like when they're still caterpillars for to pets to eat. And in which case, still like the hawk moths, they eat nectar. So I just pick up like hummingbird nectar, and that's what they eat. Oh, motherfucker. The domestic silk moths, though, I do have to buy like a pre-made diet for. Oh, that just goes so fast. Good lord. Alright, as I was saying, butterflies and moths. And also, like, it's down about 3 hours south of me. Some spring moths have already been spotted. So it's going to be time to try to catch some females soon. Because then what you do is you take the female moth or butterfly that you want to get eggs from, and you essentially just have her in an outdoor enclosure where she's safe from birds, safe from anything that wants to chomp her, but where she can still attract a mate. So attract a man, and then once you see that there are eggs laid in the cage and on the branches that you provide, you let the female go. And then incubate the eggs, make sure they stay safe, and that, you know, everything goes right, and then you can take care of the little caterpillars as they grow. And then I know a lot of people who do similar to what I do. So what I do is I release half of any native species that I raise so that, you know, wild populations can keep going. And then the other half, I let them live their natural lifespan. Sometimes I can get them to breed, and so I'll raise up a second generation from them, sometimes even a third. And if they don't breed and don't give me another generation, that's okay. They still just get to live up their rest of their lives as spoiled little house pets. And then I make art with them. Right up there. How back up? How do? Hey, come here. Yeah, I think I want to raise some sphinx moths again. They're really fun. They're a very large species of moth, and they tend to be sassy, I think is the most loving way to put it. They will straight up, like, face backwards and charge me as I'm trying to give them food. They're kind of arses. How do I get up there again? Figure it out, just give me a second. Oh, right, there's a couple whirligigs that unlock now. Yeah, sphinx moths are sassy. Very, very sassy. Very, yeah, just very aggressive. Even when they're, like, you know, they're treated real nice when I raise them up. I handle them real gentle. They get nothing but the best food. And they're still just sassy little shits when they emerge. But their food is a lot more accessible to get. Like I said, it's just hummingbird nectar. Whereas, as much as I love, love, love raising domestic silk moths, getting their food can be kind of tough. And when I can get it, it's often very expensive. And like, yeah, normally when I can get it, it lasts a while and lasts multiple groups. But it's still just pricey, and it eventually does expire. So unless I'm raising, like, large batches, one right after another, kind of not worth it. And generally with domestic silk moths in general, one second, I'm just trying to check how many gems I'm missing. Generally with domestic silk moths, because they have been so horrifically domesticated, like those shits don't even fly anymore. I think I've gotten once that could, like, kind of hover, and that was incredible. They also, they've been bred for their cocoons, right? For their silk cocoons. So they have lots of times issues emerging. And a lot of them just suddenly, like, pass on. So you have to raise up a decent amount and expect to lose half, I have found. Whereas things like silk moths or painted ladies or monarchs or even like polyphemus moths, they have a much higher caterpillar to moth success rate when you just raise them on your own. Like I have a 90% success rate for like from caterpillar to pupae for painted ladies. 100 or like I guess no 100% so far for sphinx moths. But yeah, for domestic silk moth, they've just been so domesticated. And specifically, again, for their silk.
I see an egg at the bottom.
Because when a domestic silk moth makes its cocoon, it's very soft. You know, it's how we get silk. That's how silk is made. They boil the entire little thing, killing the caterpillar, and then they remove the caterpillar and harvest the silk. Because once the caterpillar pupates into a moth and emerges, as it gets ready to emerge, the silk turns very, very brittle, which means it's not good at all for garment making or really using anything silk is used for, because the strands just don't hold together. They have no strength. They're very brittle. They break really easy, and they're kind of sharp and pokey if they get really brittle. Mine still tend to be a little soft and fuzzy, but I also make sure the moisture or the humidity is really high. And I found that does also help with getting them to hatch. Or I guess, enclose from their cocoon is the proper terminology for it. And really, I found there's no difference between, like, tobacco hornworms and tomato hornworms. And even visually, like, they're not very different looking. Although I find tomato hornworms, as moths, tend to have a bit of a better temperament. They tend to be more even-tempered. They tend to be less, they tend to be still a little, almost jumpy, if that makes sense. Like, they'll flutter really easily and startle, but then they'll settle back down. And they won't ram me and try to, like, smack my hand out of the way and beat up my hand like the tobacco hornworms will. The tobacco hornworms, for some reason, are just asses. And, like, that's not to say I haven't had tomatoes that are just a little extra spicy. Like, 100% they have been. But I find, in general, the tobacco worms are worse. And I also find, because, like, they're a decent sized caterpillar. They're quite large. So they got a good little set of pinchers. And they're very much, they will, if they are crawling on you and you're handling them, they will try to take a chunk out of you. If anyone's thinking of raising tobacco or really any type of sphinx moth. Don't want to miss these. Done. Now, fuck you, butterflies. Look at their black, soulless eyes. They kind of remind me, old school SpongeBob episode, the chocolate one, with the old ass fish that's essentially just like a husk. Chocolate! That one. That's what the butterflies remind me of. Alright, now we're gonna kick butterfly ass again. Boop. Boop. Speaking of butterflies and moths, now I'm gonna kick some butterfly ass. There's a couple, so I'm part of the Lepidoptera, which is what the scientific name for like butterflies and moths and that is Lepidoptera. So I'm part of the Alberta Lepidoptera Guild. And there's a couple trips to do like surveys and specimen collection coming up, and I'm not able to make any of them. It's just not in the budget this year. And I'm so fucking sad. I'm hoping next year. There's one down by Drumheller, and it looks like it's gonna be so much fucking fun. But that one does happen yearly. So it's okay if I miss this year, because it's guaranteed it's gonna happen again next year and the year after. For probably all of forever that the guild exists. Motherfucker. There's also a trip to Montana they do every year, but I'm already going to Montana. Later in the summer, they're going down in, I think, July. And I'm going down in August. You motherfucking butterfly, come here. There you go. Yes, but hopefully, fingers crossed, I'll be able to go on some butterfly forays. Come back with some cool specimens for my collection and cool specimens for art. Because what they'll do is they'll like go out and collect butterflies, and have like a butterfly cage set up with like food in that for them. And then any that die of natural causes over those like couple days that it's happening, people add to their personal collections, which I think is really neat. There's no like intentional murdering of little lives to add to like a personal collection, you know? And so it'd be cool to get some to make like, oh, I didn't mean to do that. It'd be cool to get some to make some art with. And also add to like my personal collection. But I'm very against murdering things for the sake of like trophy hunting just for adding to a collection. Where there comes like, doesn't matter if it's bugs, if it's trophy hunting, larger game. I don't like it, right? It doesn't sit right with me. That's one of the things I've always made sure, at least when it comes to my personal art, is like nothing is killed for the sake of my art. Nothing is killed for the purpose of like using its body. I know. Oh, fuck's sake, are you kidding me?
Whoa! Looks like a... Look out, she...
Alright. Literally just go straight up. Leave me alone. Can I just do this? Okay, cool. No! What do you mean? What do you mean?
Whoa!
There's not even anything there. I'm not going. I'm going this way. No, I'm behind one. I don't want to be behind one. Alright. Where are some? Can I shoot you down? Nope. Can I shoot you down? Yes. Oh, I collided. That's what happened. Okay. I really gotta keep my distance from these things. Leave me alone. I don't want none of that shit. What? I feel like it's supposed to, like, it misses me. I feel like I have a really big hitbox. I'm just not registering how fucking big my hitbox is, you know? I don't want to be behind any. I don't want to go that way. Keep my distance. Oh. Oh, let's go. Okay, okay. 5 out of 7. Okay. It is directly behind me, so I am not chasing that. Oh, shit. Can I get it? Yes! Let's go. Alright, that is everything from this world done then. Let's try again later. Oh, I also have more drive than ever to get the art cooperative up and running. A couple people that I really want to be part of it, like, are currently facing financial hardships and really need more avenues to sell their art. And I'm just like, fuck, I really need to get my ass into gear. Did I already do this one? Yeah, I did. Okay. This is what I normally do last, so I'm just like, ugh. Confuzzled myself. Oh yeah, so a couple people I know are just like, they really need other avenues to sell their art, and more accessible ways to sell their art, and start just like being able to make. No, I missed a gem. And so yeah, I have more drive than ever to really get everything finalized. Okay, where am I missing? So especially when I need a break from other stuff, that's probably what I'm going to be working on over like the next week. Need something to ground me and keep my sanity. Work on the overview document. Work on the social media. And like honestly, I really can't get like the social media up and running until I have the overview document done. I can hand it to people and be like, this is what the collective is. This is what the collective is going to be. Soon.
Listen.
I was making really good progress on it, and then everything kind of just like piled, and it got put on the once again on the back burner.
I heard that sorceress was...
God, I so desperately want my fireball attack. I wish nothing but to choose the boss fights. Let's go! Come at me, you little shit! Roly-poly-oly. Perfect. And then, whoop, bam! Get dumped. So looks like gonna have time to do this boss fight. Probably 1 or 2 portals, and then it'll be time for me to hop off for the evening. Oh. Alright then. And yeah, we'll be back on Thursday with probably wrapping up this 3rd game. And then and that'll line up perfectly because then Sunday, of course, 2 hours later than normal, I'm starting at 7 p.m. or more like 7:30, 8 p.m., so 3 hours later than normal. Because I'm running an adoption event. What the fuck? Okay. Because I'm running an adoption event that day until 7 p.m. So I'll probably also go later to make up for the later start time. And yeah, we'll just be playing through, hopefully seeing a lot of the new Stardew content. Hopefully see some new festivals, put a hat on our whatever pet we decide. I'm excited, and I feel justified in my reasoning for another Spyro run, because yeah, it's lining up perfectly just like I hoped it would. Fuck you and your fire! Fuck you and the volcano you live in. What even are you? A dragon? A really fat lizard? You got no wings. I'm just gonna say you're a god mistake. That's what you are. Stop! You're fire! I used to get squished by this guy all the time when I used to play this as a kid. I found the first boss battle I always found to be the hardest. What I find is a lot easier to avoid it on the computer using a mouse and keyboard compared to when I was using a controller. I think it's because I don't know how to do the really sharp, or at least I didn't know how to do the sharp turns using the controller when I was a kid. There wasn't even fire! Why did I get booped in the butt with flame when there was no fire? Please, game. Back. Oh yeah, okay, so I had the cutest customer. It wasn't even my customer, it was like the boyfriend of my customer. Because the girlfriend lives in a town. She saw one of my ads, saw my website, and was like, please, I need these items. I will e-transfer you. I will get the boyfriend to pick up. He lives in town. I was like, cool. So the boyfriend, like, he gets off work and he calls me and he's like, and you can tell, he's like, he's not, like, he thinks this is the right number, but he's not. And he's like, I'm like, are you so-and-so's boyfriend? Are you coming to pick up the items? He's like, oh, yeah. I'll be there in like 5 minutes. I'm like, okay. And then he pulls up and he like slowly gets out and he's looking around and I'm just sitting on the front step, like waiting for him. So I like get up and I'm like, are you here for so-and-so's order? He's like, oh yeah, she's so excited. And it was just so cute how like, he was just so nervous. Like, where is the item? Where do I go? Ah! I just found the whole situation very cute. Very much gave off like a wholesome golden retriever boyfriend energy. I think just more of that needs to exist in the world. It was very good. I don't know, I just like hearing that people are excited for their order. Yes, get excited about the stuff you bought. Do it! And it was a nice combo of items. I have an incense holder. It's laser etch, laser cutout of a black cat with like moon symbols, and it's really nice. And they haven't really been popular. I got a couple, and I bought the pattern off of the maker, thinking like, oh, they should, like, black cats, moon, witchy, these will sell like hotcakes. And then I haven't sold one since I got them 4 months ago. So I'm really happy one sold, and to someone who's really excited to have it. And then a lapis lazuli pendant, which I find people who buy the lapis lazuli pendants tend to be like heavy water energy, either attracting water energy into their life or just in general are very in tune with like water energy. I don't know, it's one of those things. It's very fun to see what gets purchased together and sort of like what that says about the person. Spyro can swim. Could he always do that? Couldn't swim in the first game. Could swim in the second game. That's something that gets unlocked. And then automatically get swimming in the third game. Sir, you are unwieldy! Sir, get off of that! God, whipping that thing around. Gonna hurt someone.
I've been trying to clear the way with this kid.
Okay, well, one thing we're gonna do first is fuck yourself. My least favorite part of some of these having to line it up right to murder the birds. It's also this. Okay, where did you go? How you go? Where, what, who, why, when? There you are. I say it annoys me, and then I get those two birds flawlessly. Let's go. But yeah, in the first game for swimming, all the water is toxic and hurts you. In the second game, some of the water is toxic and hurt you. Some of the water you can end up swimming in. And yeah, third game you just automatically get swimming. And unless it's like lava or acid, generally safe to swim in. I do like that they didn't make us have to pay for, you know, abilities in the third game. I still have to give Moneybag so much fucking money in this third game, but you know. Because yeah, in the second game, have to pay Moneybags to swim, climb, and head bash. And then in the third game, you just automatically get those abilities. Stinky rats! As annoying-ish as this level can be with the birds, it does have some of my favorite little mini portals. Although I don't think any of them can beat the Egyptian theme level. Okay, so that's done. Alright, and then I need to 1, 2, 3. Are there any birds? There is a bird. Oh, I didn't get that one. Oh, second shot though. Alright, that is all good. Oh, and I need to get that. And then I think I need to backtrack to get up onto that level now that I've unlocked that. Yeah, I think so. Oh, that was way too high. All right, let me backtrack just a wee little bit. So I think it's... Is it here? Maybe it's on the next one then. So there's a way to get up here because you gotta smash through this. And then go over there and do loop-de-loops. Okay, I already got that. Yeah, okay. No! No snowballs! Fuck you! Can I please get sparks? Please. Then I wonder how, like, I walk right past stuff and don't collect them. The sparks! So lacking. Brilliant. Did I miss that? I didn't miss that one. Okay. Give to me. Ooh, so yeah, this is going to be the last level of the night. So after I get this one done, I'm going to hop off. It is 5 to 8. Finish all the market prep. I still... Okay, so stepped on a Lego. I ordered some of those like chalkboard reusable signs from Amazon, and the ones with clips came in no problem, but the ones that are supposed to stand on a table, instead of giving me chalkboard signs, they gave me a coach's book for football that has like a little the football field where you can like mark your players and that. That's what they sent me instead of the fucking chalkboard signs for vending that I ordered. So also after I hop off stream, I have to yell at Amazon. God damn it! Let me hit this bird! I think I have it so when it flies back up in front, I should be able to get it. You mother fucking vulture! I wish for nothing more than to see you die and that gem come towards me. Yes! My wish was granted. Okay, and there is that little part that I missed. So we're just gonna go back here. Oh, apologies. How do I get up there? I don't think... Yeah, no, there has to be... Okay. That's fine. Go back. No, where is... Because this isn't the way to get... Yeah, how do I get up to the other way? No, I'm gonna continue doing the level and then I'll backtrack. Let me up! Yeah, there's still a good... Well, I mean, there's not a good chunk of the level, but there's still a decent amount. There's all the little portals to do. Like that one, by Moneybags. Alright, Moneybags.
Step right up, Spyro.
Uh-huh. Oh, right, this is the ice dancing run. Where you gotta boop the hockey players, leveling in the butt with fire, so they don't commit violent acts upon the figure skater. Hello, I know. The hockey players, they're bullies, they suck, they're dude bros, they don't care about figure skating, they don't think it's a real sport. I know, you don't gotta tell me. I'll happily flame them in the ass for you. Okay, so that's the last one from that door. Oh, I thought that was the last one from that door. Okay. Oh, no, it was. That was a different door. Okay, okay, okay. Oh, do I got it? Doesn't take me 10 tries this time. Let's fucking go. Beautiful performance. Bravo! Bravo! And the crowd goes wild!
We did it! That was my best performance ever. I guess one of the judges didn't like it though. He threw this egg at me instead of a rose. Why don't you have it?
Like the new stream, Deco, by the way. I don't know if I said that before. Thank you, thank you! It is the spring,
Maybe you can be my ice
spring
cream
decor. So I'm probably gonna have this for all of March, April, and May. I thought little bunnies and strawberries were very appropriate. I'm glad you like it.
I have to hurry in myself.
Well, you missed the performance. You're an awful judge. Fuck you. Alright, this is how I get around. Oh, and I need to get this little bird. And this one! Okay, well I got one. I'm gonna try to get this other one as it comes around the mountain. Don't know if I'm over too much. No, okay, cool. I'm going to activate the gondola before I go and try to fuck with the yippee yumps.
I put up ice blocks this morning so Bob wouldn't beat me to the ice fishing hole. If you want to try out the hole...
Boop the hockey players on the butt with fire. That sentence got more and more interesting as it went on. Well, you know, that's what I did. I just very lovingly booped them in the butt with fire. It is the best way to handle unruly hockey players. Alright, this is one of the reasons why I wanted to get that gondola done right away, because I could do this. So now, I can just bippity-bop back and grab the gondola up. Alright, give me Gondilo. So yeah, there is another portal down there, and then there's still all the hippity hopping I have to do. So I'll do the hip hops, and then I'll go do that last portal. No falling, no falling, yeah. And I think... No, get one more egg from the portal. Right. So this should be second to last egg. Now, let's go get the last. I'm just gonna zip zoop there the long-ish way. Just in case I need a gem from that. Oh, I did! Alright, now we get to hippie hop downstairs. I love how Spyro doesn't really walk downstairs, but rather just falls. Just tiny little yeets. Alright, let's get Egg Thief 1, Egg Thief 2, go into all the little secret areas. There's one. Well, wasn't enough of a start. Go back here. Well, bam! God, where do you go? Okay, clearly did not go that way. There he is. Hello. I have come to commit murder. Fuck! No! Come back here. My horns have an appointment with your ass. Little shit. Yes! Okay, that's 6 out of 6. And there is... There, that's one. And then I think it is... Oh, where's the other one? Is it right here? No. Sparks? Assistance? Where the frick are you? Over there. Alright. Just gonna build up some speed. Oh, right here. There we go. And then there should be a whirly gig. Yeah. Alright, last gems. Yes! Success! Okay, so that is Icy Peak 100% done. Thank you everyone for joining me tonight. I super duper appreciate it. I hope y'all enjoyed my random rants and blathering. Had lots of thoughts tonight, I know. I will be back on Thursday to finish up this game. And then yeah, Sunday, later stream, starting about 3 hours later than normal. I'll go later than normal to make up for it. And starting with Stardew. I've had a super awesome stream, everyone. I hope you have a good rest of your week. I hope your week so far has been awesome. And I'll see you next time. Bye!